Hello everyone and welcome to a new Let's Play. The Horror at Highrook is what we're going to be playing today and I'm so excited. We played the demo, I believe like around a month ago or so. Maybe a little more than that. And I absolutely loved it. It's a card-based game, but it's like a mystery almost, and you have to combine cards and all that. You have a set of investigators to help you and all that. It's very Lovecraftian and I'm so excited to play. I was given this free from the devs to showcase on my channel, so thank you so much for that. And I'm so excited to play, so let's dive in. We're probably going to have to play the first chapter again, which is fine. Game autosaves at the start of each day when you exit to the menu. Please don't close the application. Okay. Noted. I'm really excited. We're gonna play, we haven't played it, so we're gonna read everything, of course. Highrook Estate, Highrook, an aristocratic eyrie of cold rock and rain, a melancholy shadow overlooking the port at Black Sands. At the summit of its gray clouds lies the crumbling edifice of Acheron House. The Acheron family. Once respected by the city elite, the Acheron family fell from grace to become the subject of snide remarks and scornful whispers. Lord Acheron was a prominent book collector whose increasing interest in the occult saw him driven from respected academic practice. It is rumored he turned to the Seeker's Communion for support shortly before his family's ignominic disappearance. We kind of know a little bit about that from playing the demo. The Seeker's Communion. The Seeker's Communion is a secretive organization of mystics, seers, and exiled scholars. This clandestine group supports occult practices across the city and facilitates a black market for arcane goods. Officially banned by Black Sands Council, the collective continues its work in the shadows. They're occult. And Mayor Alliston. Council investigation. The vanishing of a noble house, however disfavored, cannot go unexamined by the council. The Black Sands Mayor, Lord Alliston, has commissioned a cross-guild team to investigate. A dilapidated stagecoach deposits the party at Highrook. The rain echoes eerily through the empty halls. I gave each character kind of like a voice or an accent. I do not remember those voices, so we're just gonna go with the flow. I'm really excited to dive into the story of this game. It really pulled me in when I played the demo. We hide in shadows of the world beyond. Adage of the Deep Spire Church, Chapter 1. Alright, we're probably gonna get some tutorials. We can do what? Oh! Introduction! Welcome to the Horror at Highrook, a card crafting cosmic horror board game. You control a team of investigators sent to examine the disappearance of a noble family from their ancestral home. To progress through the game, you must combine characters and items in order to complete tasks across the ancient estate. Experiment and explore. There are many mysteries to unravel. If you reach a dead end, turn your attention elsewhere for a while and try something else. A small set of introductory tasks are listed to the bottom left to help you get started. You can close this window now and work things out as you play, or you can read the other sections in this guide to learn more about the game systems. And this information is always accessible from the in-game menu, so you can return to it anytime. I'm not going to read it because we've mostly read this. Or we did read all of this in the demo. Unless they added new things. I don't think so. I think I remember most things. We have, let me look at the different cards. What was it? All rooms and cards have attributes. And each attribute is associated with a room, indicates which card to be used there. That's easy to remember. We have tasks to complete, and certain characters can complete those tasks. But we also need to watch out for if they get injured. They're tired, hunger, and madness level. Madness level might be good, though. So we're going to close this and figure stuff out. It's not working. Oh, there it goes. I think I might just move it around with my mouse. We can zoom. Pause. We gotta open the supply crate. I'll read the cards in the game. Sinvile Gazette. The Acheron family, one of the city's most eligible houses, has disappeared under suspicious circumstances this week. A delivery boy from Direwitch Market is reported to have discovered the family's absence when he arrived at their clifftop manor to deliver tinned fish. The boy, who has subsequently been treated for delirium, is reported to have spoken about seeing the place as if struck by a storm. The Acheron family were not immediately found by a local tollsman, and their servants, a maid, and a estate warden also seem to have been missing for some time. The High Council announced that it has commissioned a cross-guild team to investigate this disturbing occurrence of vanishment. Send that to records. In the Council missive. Dear investigators, by order of the High Council, you are granted license to commandeer Highrook Manor and its associated facilities. You have been commissioned to investigate the disappearance of the Acheron family, the owners of the estate who were reported missing several days ago. The Acherons were well known in the city, and their vanishing is concerning, especially considering a rumored affiliation with the Seekers' Communion. Please treat any evidence you might find as confidential and report immediately to the Council when your task is complete. A news report is included to provide further context on this unusual event. Lord Mayor Alliston. Yeah, we looked at that. Oh, God. Okay, so I had a country accent for Atticus. I don't know about Scholar Vitalvi. I see Mayor Alliston is as conceited as always. His presumption that all city events require his involvement is so tiresome. I suspect that Bleakhurst has been involved more for political point scoring than out of respect for our knowledge. But perhaps I could track down the books that Acheron borrowed from us last year. Vitali sighs and rolls his eyes. Indeed, Vitali, I'm equally tired of Allison's petty machinations. But the High Council provides us with the bulk of our funding, and as such we are obliged to respond. At least they have provided us with some tools to begin our work. We should take the supply crate to the machine room where I can extract its contents. I don't much like Allison either, but he pays well. And I certainly don't trust bookworms like this Acheron chap. Nothing but trouble in all those old tomes. Atticus shuffles impatiently. Let's find these upmarket fools and get out of here. Spoken like a true Aldworther. Vitali shakes his head dismissively. Don't worry, my friend. You will be away from the bookworms and back with the woodworms soon. Fewer insults, more action. Our remaining colleague, a daughter from Kingcross, will be joining us tomorrow. We should prepare for her arrival. Aster draws a Mechanicus key driver from her belt and approaches the crate. Okay, our first task is to do the crate. And I know how to do that. Well, we have to start it. Start task. The acrid smell of engine oil permeates the space, propagated by hidden fans and snaking ducts. Mechanical computers hum softly, anchored with cables like metal roots. Their punch card ports eager for data. Alright, start it. Can we also send that to records? And then can we... So task, I am the task. Did we not... Are we not? Oh, we're not going. Alright. Equipment note. The following items have been packaged and assigned to your team. Please use them as instructed. Spyglass, a high-quality binocular set from the workshops of Ashburg, intended for use in hunts or expedition. Night lamp, a soporific nightlight from the Mercanish workshops of Venatus. Its gentle hum and soft light promotes slumber even in disturbing surroundings. Library Codex, provided by the scholars of Bleakhurst, a catalog of archive filing systems and nomenclature. Good luck in your investigation. Thank you, Quartermaster Lavinia. Our night lamp can go into the guest room, spyglass can go here, and Library Codex can go there. Wait, no, that doesn't go there? Where does this go then? Cliff top? Can't go to the cliff top yet. Yeah, okay. Spyglass, a pair of ornate binoculars composed of burnished brass fittings and oil-smudged leather. The lenses stain the world in a watery blue, but their magnification and focus are impressive. Library Codex, a well-thumbed index from Bleakhurst College, describing the canonical organization of archives and texts. It should allow us to locate useful items within the organizational chaos of the archives. So that means we're gonna... Oh, we should also read our persons. That means we're gonna start with the archives here. And eat a basic meal it wants me to do. We have Mechanicus Astor, a professor of mechanics at Venatus College. Jane Astor has established her reputation through the construction of experimental semi-autonomous devices. She's obsessed with the workings of the things, treating the world as an elaborate clock to be dismantled and rebuilt. And we have Atticus Hawk, awesome name by the way, Calcitrant bundle of sinew and muscle, Hawk's blunt manner is as intimidating as his stature. An orphan of the Aldworth docks, he works for others only when the arrangement suits him. How does this suit him? How does this suit him? Why is he here? Scholar Vitali, an occultist of high standing. Titus Vitali is a shuffling encyclopedia of arcane lore. His knowledge of forgotten tongues and ancient tomes make him a formidable yet rambling consultant. And then we're gonna do the archives. Boxes of artifacts and trinkets weighed down the dust-laden shelves, some locked and others spilling open. Between the creaking stacks, books and folders lie piled in moldering heaps like papery stalagmites. Alright, we're gonna do that. Why are you grunting? Why are you grunting? Okay, we got a study code, a slip of creased cards inscribed with neat lines of numbers and symbols. It appears to be a key code of some kind. On the reverse surface, the image of a key is stamped in blue ink. You can do this in the machine room. What are we doing anyway? Sure, we'll start there. And we'll do you again. Can you even do anything in here? No. Oh, we unlocked the study! Got a puzzling journal. A collection of images and torn out pages crammed into an ink-stained notebook. Some of the text is readable, but much of it is written in some sort of cipher. Gideon's note, question mark. Whoever finds this note, do not follow my path. You will not find us. They have their threads in us, all of us. They pull and we cannot resist. If you seek us out, you too will be lost. If I can, and before it's too late, I will close the doors. I will shatter the gates, and I will scatter the fragments, and I beseech you, do not follow. I have made such errors of judgment, such acts of vanity and greed, and for what? Ooh. This does not bode well. The first evidence of Lord Acheron we find, and it's a garbled, paranoid rant. Perhaps Gideon was trying to escape the Communion's grasp, or perhaps his occult obsessions really had driven him insane. Aster looks disturbed. I ain't no detective, but perhaps the Lord was up to no good, and this is him trying to cover his tracks. Atticus' brows knits together with suspicion. He could be trying to set up someone to take the blame for whatever happened to his family. Or maybe he just went mad sitting up here with all this weird books. Do not be so quick to judge. Lord Acheron was an accomplished academic. I don't think we can simply dismiss his writings as the babblings of a madman. I feel there is a truth in his words, disturbing though they may be, but if it is too soon to say what this outburst really means. We get the story. I love the story in this game. Okay, we got a simple trowel. Is my game paused? It is now. A crooked trowel, tarnished with age and spotted with rust. The scratched metal blade is dented, but the sharp edge is still strong enough to bite into the frosty soil. We could do that in the courtyard. We're gonna have him do that. And we also have this. A fragment of something more. The dark traceries and dislocated symbols offer you only a glimpse of what the whole might be. Pretty sure this goes like right here. We have a puzzling journal. You can perform a task with this on this card. In the study, a collection of images and torn out pages crammed into an ink-stained notebook. Some of the text is readable, but much of it is written in some sort of cipher. So we're going to start task there. We're going to start task here. Study. Faded folios and watermark journals are scattered across the ancient ink-stained desk. Pale candlelight picks out the edges of gilded tomes trembling in the draughty air. An old but functional telegraph rests in one corner. Alright, let's see this stuff. Wow, look at there. We have Gideon's Note 1. The dream leaf potions are working. I took another one last night at bedtime, and in my slumber I saw it. A relic of Valhassa, a glowing shard of light, an ancient pendant buried in a deep chamber of the undercove, just as the seeker said. I sent Simon down to find it. My old eyes are worse than his, and he loves to explore the caves. He is nimble, and the Ichthys sleep even lower than the seeker's caves. So I knew he would be safe. Following the outline of my dream, he found the pendant, returning it proudly to me, his eyes bright with excitement. I hope one day to show him the wonders he helped bring forth, but for now, just a few more fragments and I can complete the first steps of my journey. Dude. I don't think so. Where does this go? Oh. What do we get? A dream leaf? A fragile rose with a crown of deep purple petals. Concoctions made from this delicate plant are rumored to instill vivid dreams and nighttime visions. The city's mystics often endorse its use as a catalyst for seances and future and fortune telling. Perform this card in the laboratory. We don't even have the laboratory yet. A clutch of Beverly leaves the color of an overcast day. When steeped in boiling water, this herb will result in a brew that can help focus and study. We could perform this in the kitchen. Are you good at kitchen? Yeah, the kitchen, the least noble yet most welcoming room in the manor. Its ancient stone still functions well enough to allow meals to be prepared and drinks to be brewed. So we'll do you there, we'll do you there, and we'll do you there again. While we wait for the Thafta. Owl tea! An aromatic brew made from the leaves of focus fir. A subtle infusion that helps focus the mind and sharpens the intellect. Oil bud? The oil bud is a greasy, thick-stemmed plant. The wire branches lined with rows of waxy buds. Engineers and apothecaries frequently cultivate this plant, crushing its buds for natural lubricant they contain. I don't have the laboratory. I don't have it. Another focus fern. Is she getting tired? A little bit. Alright, we got the Seeker's letters. Dear Gideon, your efforts have been noticed. You are new to the Communion, yet we already sense great potential in your practice. As discussed, we will aid you in your work and provide some guidance, such guidance as we can. In return, you must follow that guidance and pledge yourself to our order. As you are aware, Highrook rests above the Black Sands undercoves, a network of subterranean smuggling routes and hidden chambers. An old Seeker's sanctuary still lies within those caves. Descend and locate the shrine if you can. We believe objects of great power still remain there, hidden in that gloom. The Communion. He's super fatigued. I should send someone to sleep, but will I? Probably not. Perhaps we should focus our efforts elsewhere. A healing sprig, although they are unremarkable to look at, these small flowers are renowned for their healing properties. We could process spells in a laboratory that we don't have. Another focus fern. Cryptic journal, a small folio of notes and diagrams scribbled in Lord Acheron's distinctive hand. It is written in a more complex cipher than previous entries. This dude needs to sleep. Oh shit, he doesn't have it, but we have this. He probably needs to sleep soon. Okay, guest rooms. The mattresses are uncomfortable and the bed linen is moth-eaten, but sleeping here still offers some respite. What the hell is that? Gift of the snake, coiling around my limbs like a second skin, but I am not afraid. They hiss, they caress, whispering dark secrets to me. A vision from a dream, a source of inspiration. So that's something we can use later. What the hell? More owl tea. Atticus, it's your turn. Seeker's letter 2. Dear Gideon, the fragments of lore you're compiling are symbolic shards, scraps of shattered knowledge. They may seem incomprehensible in isolation, but gather them all and absorb their lessons. Only then, when you assemble the whole, will a new rite be formed. The opening eye, the ashen hammer, the fallen sky, the broken spear. Each incantation opens the mind to deeper power and knowledge. Persist, brother. You are close to communing with the first circle of Nibiru? Once the eye has been opened, you will truly begin to see the glory that awaits. The Communion. Gideon's note 3. Simon's illness is worsening. The Communion tells me that the only cure lies in pressing forward. But I have already unleashed things I never wanted to see. This morning the spawn of the first circle came again, withering putrid grub spilling out of the cracks in the boards. I do not know how to appease them, and I am so tired. Things are becoming untethered. In my fatigue, I have mislaid the Valhalla tier, or it has mislaid itself. I must begin to hiding the tools and ritual fragments. I cannot have my family fall prey to their effects again. Well, look what that did for you, sir. Look what that did for you. Nothing good. Oopsie, my mouse is messing up. Yes, of the monkey, a scramping shadow, a half-seen furry form darts around the machine room. Tools clatter and shelves creak, but the invisible interloper is helping, not hindering. A hairy hand passes you the part you require, and a chattering giggle fades into the air around you. A lingering vision, a source of inspiration. We'll put that there. Actually, we'll put this up here because we'll need that there. Collection of images and torn out pages crammed in an ink-stained notebook. Some of the text is readable, but much of it is written in some sort of cipher. I think you need to go rest yourself, sir. Can she do this? She can! Let's have her do that. And I guess do that again. I don't know. I don't know. Another focus room. He slept, but he didn't get anything crazy from that. We got another... Yeah. Okay. So we're basically just trying to, we're waiting on the doctor, and then we're just collecting stuff. Oh, this is the second note. We didn't even find the second note first. I have the Valhalla tear and the fragments to accompany it, but what cost? My son brought me more than just the relic back from the depths. He's afflicted with some unearthly, wasting disease. The doctors from Cane Cross could not help him, and he is now so frail that I fear he may not recover on his own. I hope to find some assistance. Oh, I somehow lost my place. I hope to find some assistance for him via my work, or from the Seekers. Perhaps the curse lies somewhere within the walls of Nibiru. In the meantime, I am sealing the chapel just as I have closed the laboratory. I don't want anyone else to stumble across my work and end up injured. Buddy, you're too late. You're too late. It's Jover. Oh, we could do the clifftop stuff, I just realized. Clifftop. The freezing cliffside is punctured by sparse gray trees and treacherous paths. Scrawny goats and ragged seabirds weave in and out of the sea mist, or the salt mist. The smog of black sands rises up in the distance, and then we have the spyglass to help with that. Booster Matrix, a machine overlord core traced with mathematical logic and yellowed with time. When used in a mechanical device, this item can aid calculations and improve in performance. Okay, let's look around the cliff top. My bad. The doctor is here. Apologies for my late arrival. I had to visit a patient in Direwitch yesterday. The fellow had developed calcined compliance, bones like rubber. Most intriguing. Dr. Caligar's fingers lace and unlace. Coincidentally, my guild was summoned here recently to tend to the Acheron's son. He was suffering from an unusual infection. Unfortunately, my colleagues were unable to diagnose the cause. Oh my goodness, I love her. Dr. Caligar, your late arrival is of no matter. We have barely unpacked our own equipment. The mansion is somewhat disturbed and various chambers are inaccessible, sealed with mechanicus locks. I believe that one of these locations might house a simple laboratory that you could make use of when we gain access. I suspected as much. My colleagues sensed foul play when they visited here before. Lord Acheron was adamant that our team should not investigate without his supervision. Luckily, a junior analysis had the foresight to retain the laboratory code. We should be able to gain access using the copy I have here. Very smart, Miss Caligar, but it don't surprise me. You were as sharp as a blade when you fixed me and my crew from Keel Fever last spring. Saved us from a right wrecking, you might say. Atticus seems almost coy. Ooh. I owe you one. If you need any alchemy supplies or help with shifting stuff, just let me know. I thought I said shitting stuff. Dr. Caligar. So we need to use our mechanist here. A lab code, a slip of creased card inscribed with neat lines of numbers and symbols. It appears to be a key code of some kind. On the reverse surface, the image of a vial stamped in green ink. So is this going to accidentally use... Like, I don't want to use that stuff, actually. So maybe... But we do need some help. So it won't use it accidentally, but it will use it if you need the help. Cool. Let's do that. Wait for the laboratory to open. Perfect. Simon's note. Oh, sorry. I am getting sick. Must have got a cold from the caves and the hurt from the necklace is still there. I am writing this sitting in the medicine room. I am waiting for Amy to make me a special sleepy drink. I really do not like being sick. Maybe the necklace put a curse on me. I'd throw it off the cliff if I could. Pa did not seem to care. He is still singing his sad songs and doing his big chalk drawings. I can hear him in the chapel from my room sometimes. I hope he doesn't get sick too. Anyway, Amy says it's best not to talk to him about it at the moment. She said he's been all quiet of late. He's not like his normal self. Oh, Simon. This note confirms what I already suspected. Simon's illness was some form of otherworldly malady, contracted when his father involved the boy in his occult research. Dr. Gallagher adjusts her mask and begins to pace around the room. No wonder my colleagues couldn't identify the cause of the problem. I only wish I had been there to examine him. His description of the ailment and the pain is most intriguing. The poor mite. His father's nothing but a coward, sending his son into the undercoves because he daren't go there himself. Meddling in the dark arts is stupid enough, but including kids is such a danger as unforgivable. And yet he looked down at us docs folks if he passed us in the street. Bah. Atticus, it is not our role to judge Lord Acheron's morals, simply to follow his trail. Vitalia opens his arms in appeal for calm. But we can agree that the son's illness was released to his father's work, or related to his father's work. We should try to find this necklace. I would like to know how it is involved in the Seeker's plan. There we go. We got some stuff. Okay, we can put Simon's notes up. Traveler's Guide, Tracker's Guide. How to find the salt here. The broken twig, signs off the storm, where the wild things may be. We have uncovered a section of expeditionary notes that might serve to aid our exploration in the cliffs. We need to eat. Sorry, my mouse is acting up. It's being really weird. Moon grain! An ancient grain, its dry stalk supporting rough spiked ears, cultivated and cropped with the pretense of making stodgy bread. Its less Puritan use is for fermenting a strong homebrew liquor. Let's make the... I did not mean to do all that. Okay. Who else can explore here? Let's do this. Oh. Alright, everyone has a task. Who needs to sleep? No one. Oh, she's very fatigued. Why is that? We got a basic meal. Who's hungry? Catalyst powder. A pinch of reactive powder scraped from the briny effervescent of ancient Highrook stone. A useful reagent in chemical processes, this catalyst can support our activities in the laboratory. Simon's note 1. Yesterday, Paul made me get weird necklace from the caves under the house. Down there, the tunnels get all twisted. It was scary. I think maybe smugglers left it for him. Paul said not to put it on, but it was shining when I dug it up like a red star. I wanted to wear it really bad, but it hurt when I did, like nettles all over. I took it off quick. It's in the chapel now, and Pa goes there at night and makes strange sounds, like he's crying. I worry he's putting it on and it's hurting him like it hurt me. I hate it. I want to throw it away, but Pa says no. He is grumpy. He shouted at me the other day for doing drawings in his study, so now I play outside. I don't mind. I like watching the birds, but it feels extra cold today. We got a healing dose now. Let's do this one. She's very tired, so we need to put her to sleep soon. Mr. Mouse! Mr. Mouse lived in a house. Not his house, but the house of a great king. Some people don't want mice in their homes, but the king was always asleep and dreaming. So Mr. Mouse was free to wander the house without fear. Most mornings, Mr. Mouse would climb up the curtains and look out the windows, gazing across the ash-colored lands to the evil river beyond. The evil river! He knew that river was the place where visitors would arrive, their feet making pretty patterns in the ash-gray sand. He wanted to visit the river, but he was afraid that he would get lost in the way, so instead of venturing outside, he would watch and whisper. I guess we're gonna do this. This. She's already doing that. Shadow of a child is here. Sometimes his presence flickers like a candle. Increase the madness level of nearby characters. Sure. Why not? Let's make our dude. Oh. Okay, we just completed the introductory. So now we're free to like do whatever. Forever. Moonshine. It's not sophisticated, but it is effective. We can drink this to calm a fretful mind and quiet the whispers of the night. So if we get too crazy, Dream Draught, a tonic frowned upon by the dispensaries of Cane Cross Yard. It is said to be a powerful soporific, and one that elicits wild dreams. Caliber studies the bottle, swirling the contents around. Lord Acheron was growing the leaves that make this potion. If we were to use a dose in place of the night lamp where we sleep, we might find out why. And guess who's gonna be our first bitch? You will be. Go sleep. We got moonshine. We got trackers. We got what is this? Tracing charcoal. A nugget of crumbling coal. Its dark dust coats everything in a fine film, revealing the patterns of fingerprints and scars. We can use this to reveal the hidden marginala and erase notes in journals and tomes. So here, got more raw meat. Sure. Dreams of the Cliffs. A drawing from a dream hastily sketched on torn notepaper. I am standing in a sea of sallow grass, the wind folding it around my feet in waves. A pale child, the Acheron's son, is here. He looks at me quizzically, and then points towards the silhouette of a rocky granite outcrop on the distant bleak cliffside. When I turn back, he is gone, but the shape of the stone stays in my mind as I wait. Perhaps it is here somewhere within sight of the mansion. So we can perform this in the cliff top. Raven's Cap. These ink-stained button mushrooms represent the darker side of foraging cuisine. When eaten raw, their rubbery flesh can promote vivid hallucinations or stomach pain. Would-be Gnostics and cheap lotus eaters often resort to this plant as a free source of short-lived visions. We could eat a handful of these raw in the dining room if we are feeling lucky. Consuming these mushrooms raw can provide more inspiration, but can also make you ill. More moon grain. Are you getting crazy? You are. So how do I do this? This is like an actual task. How's she doing? She's okay. She needs to eat, but she's okay. Go do something useful. Valhassa Tear, a small pendant composed of a simple brass clasp holding an airy blood-red crystal. The interior of the tear seems to glow with liquid illumination, as if it holds a strange boiling mist. The tear was recovered from a Valhassian burial site and brought to Black Sands during the Veldt War. It is said that it can provide the wearer with power and insight, but will extract a toll on the user's body in return. And items of occult power such as this might be enhanced given the right location and offerings. So we would need to use this in the the chantry, the chapel, if I remember correctly. Oh, Simon's notes. I did it! I took the necklace and hid it in my den. Pa forgot to lock the chapel, so I got in and stole it. It took a terrible long time to get it here, as it was weird heavy to carry. I am all tired and hurting from being so poorly. I know I should not have taken it. Pa will be angry, but I don't not want it to hurt him or Ma. And maybe now it's outside the house, I might get better too. I hope so. I'm sorry. Ooh. Who's hungry? Let's let her eat. Machine oil, ball of foul-smelling lubricant, useful for manners of mechanical tasks. Okay. We got more moonshine. No, I wish we could stack them. Oh well. Go to sleep, bro. Tracker's guide. I think I might need someone to do this, but let's keep doing the cliff top. Give to the monkey again. More meat. Wait, why are the rooms getting red? Were they always red? Chemist worksheet. A detailed hand-drawn sheet of chemical tables and molecular diagrams translated from some ancient tongue. It provides a guiding matrix for budding alchemists to lay out their calculations. This worksheet could support our activities in the laboratory. Can anyone else cook? Oh, that's the kitchen. A rusted box! A delivery case of molted metal. Its small size indicates that it might be used for transporting documents of stationery. The winter months spent beneath brambles and leaf could have... A leaf mold has caused a select of rust and seeds. It will require some persuasion to open. Whenever she's done in the kitchen. Focus fern? She can't cook. Who can cook? Only these two bitches? Okay. Dream draught. Delivery note. Dear X, please find your order enclosed. Firstly, the sporific draught you requested from King Cross. Be aware that its specs can be quite potent. Take a dose in place of your usual nightcap to encourage exotic dreams. Secondly, the vellum from Deep Spire Library. Our operator could not retrieve the entire folio, but did extract the page you described. As usual, there's no return process should you decide that the item's not what you require. We must also remind you that it would be imprudent to mention this or any of our other transactions in public. SM. SM. What does that mean? Who needs to sleep? That's madness? Wait, Aster? Oh no, she's fucking tired. What? Oh, she can't dream with it. Okay, well, she needs to sleep. Aster and Vitali. We'll have Vitali dream with it. Like, holy crap. Vitali, do you want to eat some weird shit? why not? Oh, we got Gifts of the Owl. Our bro needs to sleep again. Oh, not her. But he can do it with it, right? I think her and him can do it. We got it going on. Healing Sprig. Sure. Dream of a needle. The sound of a distant rainstorm blends with the dying crackle of a guttering candle. Moonlight will soon be the only illumination in this chamber, its watery light casting long shadows across a scarred desk covered in scattered journals and torn pages. The head and folded arms of an insane man have pushed aside the books and quills to use the wooden surface as an awkward pillow. His breathing is deep and slow, and his sleep holds no dreams. The source of his slumber, a glinting medical syringe, lies discarded in a low, dark drawer. We can perform this in the study. Raw meat. We got some powder for you, girl. I didn't start that. Oops. She can cook, I think. We cooking now. I don't know if we're gonna get injured, but just in case we do. We have a glinting syringe. A bright needle winks under a stained glass cylinder. A medical hypodermic commonly used to extract or insulate the blood. A dirty tube makes it hard to tell which of these it was used for. Oh my god. Another dream drop. Hawk will need to sleep soon. Let's do this. Oh, Vitali's note! I didn't see that. Atticus is a simple thug. The man clearly has no understanding or appreciation of anything he can't immediately hold or see. He is an unsophisticated bear, something that I might even find appealing in other circumstances. But I must remain focused on our task and advocate for brains over brawn. I am sure that Bleak Purse sent me here because of my interest in arcane texts. They may disapprove of my specialism publicly, but they benefit from it privately. Despite common belief, many of the occult theories promoted by the Seekers have authentic grounds. It would be a great vindication if I were to unearth proof here that my focused study was not in vain. Oh, okay. Okay. Are we in progress? We're in progress, baby. Chemical worksheet. We have a blood vial. A delicate test tube of blood extracted from one of the investigators. Despite the dark nature of the task, we might use this as part of some offering. Well, we can't even do that right now. She got injured. How do we heal her? A ruined pot. An old pot unearthed from a pile of debris abandoned on the cliff tops. Its mud-smeared surface displays mysterious runic markings. It might be useful for something we can discover its provenance. Who's the hungriest? Vitali or Callagher? Callagher and Hawk need to sleep. Oh, she's doing something. dream of a lost book, a vision drawn from a dream hastily recorded on torn notepaper. I am adrift in the air like a mote of dust suspended in the fragrant air of the dining room. Someone has been drinking, a tired-looking man in a crumpled gown and broken spectacles, Lord Acheron. He sighs, wiping something from his eyes as he places a card on the table in front of a ragged journal. The card is inscribed with some sort of machine code. He places it loosely into the journal and finishes his drink. Stumbling to his feet, he knocks the book from the table. It tumbles to the floor, sliding underneath a nearby cabinet. We could perform this in the dining room. Okay, do that. And Unmat's pot. The ruins around this kintsugi repaired pot seem to glow faintly, like glyphs traced in embers. Indika Unmat was a respected herbalist known for her exotic and sometimes unorthodox dishes. She claimed that the culinary benefits of this urn derived from the expert selection of spices she kept within it. Her competitors were less generous, asserting that any special flavoring came from the mysterious metal that held the shards together. So we can use this in the kitchen. Always. Infinite use, and we can upgrade it later, apparently. We can upgrade it. Why not? Coded journal. The vision was true. Atticus is believing. The information held within this volume is obfuscated with an advanced symbolic code. It may require significant time and expertise to unravel. 3. So we need some archive study stuff. Not chemical. Tea, I'll take that. So we can only eat that. Moongrain makes moonshine, and moonshine helps with what? Get someone drunk! Calm the fretful mind. Okay. Hawk, go to sleep. Go to sleep, babe. I'm glad this is up here. I don't think I saw this in the demo. If it was in the demo, this is good. I guess find stuff for us to use, because we're gonna need more than just that, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he only has one. She only has one. Oh. Tracker's guide. Oh, this. Healing dose. Can he do that now? An echo. No, I've already told her to do it. Fine, you sit there. He can do it now. Start that task. Is everyone doing something? I would love to do a task here, but he's in the spot. Aster. Can you even use that? No. Okay. Chapel code. Let's read that. A slip of priest card inscribed with neat lines of numbers and symbols. There appears to be a key code of some kind. On the reverse surface, the image of a mouth is stamped in purple ink. And Gideon's note 5. I heard the hounds again last night. I don't think we've seen 4. I could not decide if their howling was real or just echoes in my own mind. I have barely slept. Simon's condition is worsening. I must find a solution either in words or actions. The eye will not close again. I must find a way to blind it while I seek the cure. I could still see the key in my dreams, her bifurcated head, the dark gaping maw, but no. I am a seeker now, even without the ceremony. I will not step beyond the threshold. I will compel the instruments of Nibiru to obey me. How'd that work out? How'd that work out, buddy? You know, like, how did that work out? Get her going on that. Oh, hell yeah, we got the chapel. Brother Acheron, we understand that in recovering the tear, your son has been hurt. It is unfortunate and regrettable, but do not swerve from your path now. The knowledge and power you will acquire can cleanse your son of any ailment, void-born or otherwise. You must reach further, into the inner circles of the unseen twin. Only there will you find the power to heal your son and fortify your family for what is to come. Prepare your summoning chamber, assemble the rite of the opening eye, and speak with the key, the guardian of the first circle. You must pass through the darkness to reach the illumination beyond. At last, the fog begins to clear. The seekers are trying to contact Nibiru, a mythical domain of cosmic power, an unseen isle that lies beyond, hidden outside of natural time and space. Vitaly frowns, looking concerned yet excited. Engaging with these histories is enlightening, but it is also dangerous. I think we can assume that Gideon has already begun his journey down that path. The chapel is clearly being used for ritualistic practices. Aster examines the thick oak door. We can assume it was locked to prevent his family from discovering his work. If he was hiding his activities here, then what might await us in the other sealed chambers? We're making progress. We have a coded journal. I don't know what to do with Atticus right now. Vitaly, you need to sleep. We'll make you dream. Can you do this? No. Who else has... Is it you? She has that. Can you do this here? She needs 3. Oh no. Go for it, girl. It might hurt your tummy, but go for it. Mr. Tubbs! A partially barrel of soft gray fur, the cement gray cat purrs industriously as he stalks the rooms of the house. Unperturbed by the living or the dead, he maintains an air of self-sufficiency, never mealing for food or clawing for attention. An independent gentleman. His collar offers a name but no provenance, and he is not referenced on any residence list. Regardless, he patrols the corridors in the manner of a landlord, inspecting his domain, pausing here and there to permit the occasional scratch behind his gray velvet ears. Can we actually pet him? We can perform tasks with this card in the dining room, guest room, and kitchen. Oh. So we'll leave those slots open because it looks like I can't move him, so he'll move on his own. But it looks like he'll insert himself in these rooms maybe. Alright. Dream of a monocle. The hunched shoulders of a tall but crooked man loom over a blinking console somewhere in the machine room. He pokes and prods, turning dials and tapping gauges. An open journal rests on the dirty counter, and the intricate symbols on its pages smudged by his fingers as he traces their equations. He grunts and plucks a shiny lens from beneath his furrowed brow, placing it on top of a book. After staring into the dust-filled air, the man rises stiffly from the machine, abandoning the book and monocle. He stumbles from the room and you awake, the sound of your calculating engine still humming your ears. Ooh, the machine room. So why would we want to extract more blood? Wait, that's what we got. Shit, I'm doing it again. Oopsies. Oopsies! Alright, let's do all these things that we got. By the way, we can put this stuff in here. Move our stuff over. Oh, Mr. Tubbs. Oh my god, pet Mr. Tubbs. Can you pet Mr. Tubbs? That's the most important. Okay, we got a Irving's eyepiece. This rose-tinted monocle is constructed with an exotic bulbous lens that improves the clarity of smudged or faded text. The lens itself comes from a set of polished glass discs found in an ornate chest, washed ashore in Ashport during the Great Coriolis storm a few years ago. Once the quality of the lenses was realized, they became much sought after, exchanging hands for extraordinary sums across the city. Arlo Irving, head archivist at the Venitus Institute, was one of the first to commission eyewear manufactured with such lenses. Irving directed the reconstruction of Venitus' famous yet crumbling library. He had a hawk's eye for detail and whimsically claimed that he could read the books through their covers, but it was generally surmised that his remarkable acuity came from some magical quality imbued in the monocle itself. So we can use this forever in the archives. And a cryptid journal! Amazing! What are we doing? What are we doing? I don't think we can use anything in here. This is just a task support. Task support. This is forever a task support. It's a one-time use. Max of 3? We only have 3 of them in here, it looks like. Is she injured? She's hungry. Fuck, we need food. Does the cliff top give us food? Oh, what a good boy we petted, Mr. Dobbs! He needs to remove himself, though, so I can cook. Alright, Gideon's note 6. He was dying. I had no choice. I summoned the key while the veils were still thin, and I demanded that she take him into the gardens of the first circle. The rot will stop there. He will not worsen, but he cannot stay long without protection. He will become ash. He will wither away. I will raise myself further. I can enter Nibiru of my own volition. I will compel the needle to cure Simon. I will bring him home. Sophia must not know. It is best she believes I have sent him to some private city infirmary. Once I return, she will see the reasoning and the glorious path ahead for all of us. The shadows cast long across this house, but perhaps there is still time. What happened? What has Acheron done? Has he really offered up his own child to some eldritch horror? Real monsters or rotten seekers, it don't matter to me. It's abduction, plain and simple. Atticus clenches his fist. We must find the boy, but I don't care if Gideon is ever seen again. Yes, Atticus, he seems to have made a pact with the Communion, or the entities they revere, and to hide this from his wife, such arrogance. Sophia Acheron is no idiot. Her intellect is easily matched for her husband. She will not be fooled. Aster adjusts her goggles anxiously. But of most pressing concern, who is this key? A demon, a seeker, or something else? If my memory serves me correctly, the key is an instrument of Nibiru, the chief doorkeep of the unseen twin. If Gideon has awoken such an entity, then we will face more fearsome dangers than the Communion's thugs. Woo! Got a document box. A package of some sort has been delivered. Atticus shifts the leather-bound box with his boot. I didn't see anyone drop it off, but I guess we need to keep an eye out for any other stuff that might appear. Indeed, Atticus, I recall that the Acherons often employ couriers to gather items from the town, especially so as they begin to withdraw from the Black Sands themselves. Okay, we got a document box. The stained container is a Venitus document box designed to transport confidential papers. These cases are sealed with perfected tar. We can use that in here. Oh, Calendur's note. I have only been here a few days, but this place is already beginning to get under my skin. It doesn't help that I can't access my own medicine here. Why is medicine in quotations? What does that mean? I need to find some organic evidence of the family if I am able to properly employ my skills. But, as always, the discovery of a body would be a double-edged event. The intrigue of an organic trail paired with the grief of yet another death. And I have seen too much death in my work already. It is why I blunt the sharpness of the world with drink. Oh no, she's a drunk! On another note, it seems I have met the hireling Atticus before. I do remember the incident at Aldworth and his hulking presence. He's a crude man and an impressive physical specimen. They should get together. They should get together. So Gideon's note. We have this. We have a cryptic journal that needs seen. She's a drunk. Do you want to drink some moonshine? She's not mad at all. People are hungry, though. Mr. Tubbs needs to move. Thank God. Thank God he moved. Go get crazy, Calgar. Mr. Tubbs. Gideon's note 4. I cannot find my tools anymore. It's as if this house is shifting around me. Scraps and relics wandering from room to room. I am so weary with study and drained from ritual that I cannot think straight. I am tempted to keep track of the fragments, and I know I could acquire replacements if need be. But I fear I am stumbling into the darkness without the protections I need. The Communing is urging me on, offering support from afar, but they are not subject to the nightmares that I see in every shadow. We're almost done with the first one. Gallagher's the hungriest. An empty dream. If there was something that is gone now. Okay. Requirement's not met, so we need more stuff. Can you make this here? Oh, what did I just do? Let's have Aster eat, and then we'll have Aster sleep as well. I know, I get what I need to do. I need more stuff, though. Perfect. Oh, a note from who? New pilgrims at Highrook? A reopening is at hand, but you do not appear to be seekers. I pray you have the insight to act wisely where Gideon acted without real consideration. Acheron was a talented scholar, but his downfall was to trust the Communion. Their knowledge and ambitions are flawed and naive. His use of Dreamloop led to his discovery of the Tear, but his subsequent actions were rash and ill-informed. I hope that your progress will be more enlightened. To this end, I offer you a part of the whole you seek. Make good use of this gift and we might speak again. V. So this is the last part we need. Do I put it in? Do I put it in? Let's let them finish up real quick. I think we put it in. Ah! The first circle! The opening eye, a right to break the threshold of the first circle and knock on the gates of Nibiru. Draw an arched door upon the wall in white chalk, circumscribe the form in a circle, and at the apex of the arch draw a 12-point star. With your forehead pressed against the star, sing the song of the autumn key. Hold the edges of the frame, stare beyond the wall, eyes wide until the tears drop to the floor. Close your eyes, close your mind, and open the door. The fragments have formed the opening eye and the ritual that the Seekers urge Gideon to complete. It is a window into Nibiru's hidden domain. Vitali shuffles around the chamber, nervous but excited. It might seem foolish, but I think we must perform this rite to further our investigations. Vitali, are you mad? These evil rites should be burned, not performed. We should look for the Acherons here, in the real world. Atticus shakes his head vigorously. Gideon may have been insane, but we need not follow him into this lunacy. I hear you, Atticus, but it's clear that Gideon was determined to carry out this ritual. Perhaps we can find fresh tracks by replicating his actions. If you trusted my judgment during the Keel Fever epidemic, then please, remain in step with us now. Aye, Miss Caligar, you pulled me and my boys through that outbreak. I still owe you for that. Atticus wrings his hands, uncertain. I am not happy with Vitali's plan. It won't end well, but I'll do as you ask, for now. Yeah, the opening eye. We can perform this in the chapel. We can do him or her. Hawk needs to sleep. Unfortunately, so he'll sleep through this. Oh. It was not paused. Let's do it. Let's just do it. Oh, the chapel. Decorated sparsely with disturbing tapestries and scarred with obscure floor markings, this room has clearly been the site of a dark event. Of dark events. A carved stone altar broods in the dark alcove awaiting offerings. Wait, we're in it. We're in it now, guys. The opening eye! The world melts into a watering gloom. A vision shimmers into view as if stepping through a waterfall. Hello? Are you from the outside? Have you come to take me home? Please take me home. It is so strange here. Roots like worms and worms like roots. I don't like it and I can't get out. I am slow and empty. Am I falling asleep? Am I dreaming? The one who brought me here won't take me home. She comes and goes, singing like a howling star. Her head all broken up. Simon's image begins to waver. Please, tell Pa I'm sorry about the necklace and I miss him, and Ma, and Amy, and Tubbs. I am the key, the opener of gates, instrument of the end. I am the keeper of Nibiru's secret paths. You have come knocking for me to return the boy. I will not. He is dreaming in the garden of the first circle. He will sleep with the shadows on the shore, a tribute to the end. Turn back, fleshlings. These roads are not for you. Whoa. Whoa. And that was the first chapter. We're gonna keep going. They are awakened. The dance has begun. Parables of the opening eye. That's where the demo stopped. So now we're back. Ritual remnant. A flickering form, a sense of frozen fear. Something is here and also not here. Its flickering presence then shivers through the air. Whoa. And a crack in the world. The key is returned to Nibiru, but a dark runic scar remains, etched into the floor of the chapel like a wound. A fetid draught rises from his inky outlines. This is a tear in the world, left behind in the aftermath of a dark ritual. While it's present, this fracture might provide ingress to things from beyond. To mend this fracture, we need to banish the entities it gives birth to. What in the hell was that? It felt like the sky had become an ocean and drowned us all. The Akron boy, like a ghost, half here and half elsewhere, thin and hollow. Atticus rubs his eyes with grubby fingers. And that beast, that horror, its head like a broken root. Was it real? And if so, what has Gideon done? That entity was an instrument of Nibiru, a lesser demon of the end, something I thought I would never witness. Vitali shivers, but his response betrays an edge of excitement. The key is the custodian of the first circle, the sentinel on the shore. I have read of such beings, but never dreamed I would see one. Perhaps the window through which the key spoke has not fully closed. There is a mark here on the ground, an uncanny rift or fissure, and a card here seemingly dropped by the boy. Gallagher plucks the keycard from the grimy boards. We should monitor the scar in case its presence conjures more nightmares. Very wise, Gallagher. We need more information on how these unholy rituals operate and who is involved. I suspect there are more occult texts locked in the secure cases of the archives. I will send word to my colleagues at Vinitus. Perhaps they can provide us with the assistance in accessing them. Holy shit. Hold on. Vinitus's letter. Fellow Mechanicus Astra, firstly, we commend you on your commitment to this investigation. A paper on your findings will be most welcome in the Institute archives. Judging from your description of the modified locks, it appears that Lord Acheron has been receiving assistance from the Seekers. The Communing has developed an alternate configuration in our standard locking mechanism and uses it to secure their hideouts and archives. Their work is far from sophisticated, though, and we have included an MK1 skeleton key with this letter to enable you to bypass their crude revisions. We wish you good fortune in your work. May the cogs turn your way. Okay. As I suspected, the aftermath of our rituals invited new terrors to the house. Perhaps they are linked to the cursed mark in the chapel. Caliker seems more intrigued than concerned. We should use our skills to remove or destroy them before they damage us or our property. Okay. Okay. Let's put this up. Give me a second, please. It's not like we can, like... So this is the one we need to use. Those will just stay there. Vitaly needs to sleep, but he might go a little mad if I do that to him. Hold on, guys. There's a Vitaly note. It is difficult not to despise that lump, Atticus. If he did not require the presence of someone to hunt and carry, then I would have sent him away, or at least petitioned to the others that we did so. The horrors of Highrook are... The horrors at Highrook is the name of the game. Are not those which we can beat with hands like clubs. They are not something we can take out into the garden, hit it with a spade, and then bury it in thin dirt, as Atticus no doubt wishes to do. This place is a puzzle box of many-dimensional complexity. As an example, whatever ritual incantations Lord Acheron may have uncovered, it is only my learning and the insight that will allow us to engage with them in the correct manner. Okay, send that away. Has anything else popped up? No. We need her to do this. Atticus, you're hungry. Go eat. Aster's fine. Caliger's also hungry. Alright, we're good. I didn't start you. School code. A slip of crease card. Image of an academic cap is stamped in black. We'll do that in a second. A small revelation, a new knowledge that could be applied to improve one's skill. What? We need to do it in the school, apparently. Okay, dude, I need you to make us food. Fuck. Okay. We're gonna have her crack this so we can do the school. Does Caliger need to sleep? She does. Real bad. She also needs to eat. We got the school! Alright, got Sophia's note. The brain cap I brought from Dire, which appears to be a waste of time. I hoped it would aid Simon's classes. However, the gadget not only requires the support of a machine room, it also seems to operate entirely randomly. Instead of focusing the user's mind for study, it imparts all kinds of chaotic visions. I was tempted to return it, but Gideon disagrees. I think partly because he wishes to avoid leaving the house. I am concerned that his solitude is a sign of something more troubling. I have been so immersed in my own studies recently that I did not notice this change in him. Maybe it has something to do with his work for the Seeker's Communion. I will have to ask him when the opportunity presents itself. None of the supply from Dire whichever works. Is a nest of grifters down there. But I'm glad the lady was starting to notice her husband's decline. Let us hope she got out before he got her involved in this wicked plans. It is a relief to find more evidence of Lady Acheron. Sophia was a keen amateur scientist. I made her acquaintance at various lectures in town. A truly remarkable woman. I pray we might still find her safe. The device is a mechanic's design, but it is unfamiliar to me. It seems to be some sort of mental imager. Even if it did not suit her needs, it might be useful for ours. The equipment in the schoolroom here might also be of use. The chair is designed to support machine-enhanced learning. Vitaly strokes his beard, pondering the possibilities. If we could find the time within our investigations, we would do well to make use of the training offered here. Yes! What's this do? A mechanist's helmet decorated with dials and sprouting vine-like electrical cables. Its faceplate blocks all vision, turning the wearer's focus inward to examine their own fleeting thoughts. When powered and worn by an attentive subject, this device can enhance and explore the inner workings of the mind. We can perform tasks with this card in the machine room. Document box. The stained container is a vintage document box designed to transport confidential papers. Right, laboratory. She's not done sleeping. Anyone hungry? Gallagher's hungry. Let's get some food, hopefully. So we also have this, which we can use just to upgrade someone's skill. What skill do we want to upgrade? Mysteries? I think mysteries or devices might be the best. Secrets, huh? Don't even know what to do with secrets yet. How do we use this? Task support. Or is this just like a plus? Well, this is a plus. Oh, I see. I understand. This helps in the schoolroom. It doesn't actually make it better. Okay, we have an Intric Master Key device from the Vinitus Institute. Its slim metal body bristles with the ridges and teeth. Each protrusion is attached to a rotating band like an ornate puzzle. We can use this item to help us unlock sealed containers in the mansion's archives. This? What? It's not like we have a sealed container, though. I don't know what we're about to do, but let's do it. Let's see what happens. Gift of the monkey. Okay, she slept. She needs to go eat. Alright, Gallagher, she's hungry. Vision of a lantern. It is twilight and Amy is treading carefully through the icy field at the outskirts of the estate. Pa Alfred, she calls, holding an old flickering lantern ahead of her into the failing dusk. I know you're out here, old man. It's late and dinner's on. You don't want it to end up with a plate full of wrinkled peas, do you? She stumbles briefly, regaining her balance, but the lamp shakes loose from her grip and rolls down a ditch into mud and freezing slime. The girl curses. I'm going back in now, so finish your pipe and come in for tea. She heads wearily back to the orange glow of the well house before the clouds become lost in the darkening sky. Ooh. Got a chemical worksheet. Didactic program. A perforated instruction card is lined with codes that direct a mechanist's educational chair. When the code is executed with enough insight, the process can enhance the skill of the participant. So this will improve a mechanist skill. Use this card to increase the attribute of the character performing the task. The number needed to complete this task is based on the current level of the student. Okay. Oh, is anyone good at this? No one's good at studying. But it says mechanist thing. Or maybe it's just any skill. I don't know. We need more. We need more. Okay. Corroded lantern. It's dented and dirt-encrusted miner's lantern. Its workings and wirings clogged with mud and rust. If we clean it up, perhaps we can make it shine again. The laboratory. We didn't find faint insight. Who's hungry? Talia soon. Let's do our mechanist. I guess. Seeker's letter. Brother Acheron, your skills improve. However, your recent divergence from our instructions is concerning. We know that you acted in order to protect your son from further illness, but the instruments of Nibiru are not destined for trivial or domestic application. The key will be unlikely to turn Simon to you without significant persuasion, and although his sickness will remain a stable in the gardens, no unassisted entity can remain in that place for long. We hope that you will rein in your personal impulses during the next stage of our journey, the communion. Uh-oh, spaghetti. Oh, what's Vitali at? He's kind of crazy. Has improved their skill. All their skills. All her skills. Okay, that's awesome. What's the brain cap gonna do, though? Alright, we got the lantern in the cellars. We don't even have the cellars yet. Okay. We need you to open this box. Yeah? Oh, we got this. Another thing we can do. So we probably want to upgrade everyone's skills. Visions of a theft. Rain pounds on the roof. It crackles like gravel in the grim panes of the chapel skylight. Lord Acheron is here, examining one of the wooden side tables. His hands move around the dark wood, beating, trying to find something by touch alone. A soft click reveals a small, secret compartment. It is a thin drawer that slides out from beneath. Ooh. The Lord of Highrook takes a few slips of paper from his pocket and stashes them in the tray. He pushes the wood back until another click occurs. Then, satisfied the stash is safe, he slopes from the room. The rain fizzles angrily behind him. But we can't use this because this is here still, so we have to wait for all this to disappear. Sophia's note 4? I haven't even found 2 and 3. I do like that you can find things out of order, but also... The unsettling changes in my husband's character are accelerating. He acts like he is a seeker now, spouting their twisted occult adages and poring over their dusty tomes. I fear I'm losing him in their fanatism. His mania also seems to have overridden any concern for Simon's illness. He ignored the King Cross Yard medicals who came to help and instead spent the time placing the house in lockdown. He is constantly distracted and refuses to talk about Simon at all. I am not sure what his intentions are, but I begin to keep my work in the cellar atrium. Atrium? In order to avoid any potential clashes. I will place a spare key with this note so I cannot get locked out of there too. Okay. Oh, you gotta do that, girl. Get that shit out of there. Mechanist notebook. A small pocketbook composed of a girded paper and reference tables is busy with mathematical calculations and obscure equations. An inspiring text. A short pamphlet of obscure origin, ostensibly outlining some abstract academic thesis. There's something more there, though. The pale parchment feels warm to touch, as if imbued with an uncanny sense of purpose. When this lesson is consumed... Okay. Insight. Fuck, Aster needs to sleep and I just made her do something else. Oh my god. Alfred's note? Who's Alfred? I am worried about the master. Since he started talking with those seekers, the house has been filling up with all kinds of oddments. Horrible antiques and tattered books full of foreign writing. Dire portraits I would not look upon. Amy says that just touching some of these items made Simon poorly. And now the Lord himself is suffering from some sort of melancholy. Perhaps Lady Sophia is worried too. She asked me to bring some of her stuff down to the cellars. Told me that she might need to start working down here. I'm thinking that if anyone else gets ill, I might have to start misplacing some of these weird objects when I handle the deliveries. I don't like to deceive, but I don't want Amy getting poorly either. Oh shit. Interesting. A groundskeeper and his daughter attended to the family, taking their lodgings in the old well house. It appears that the father was also suspicious of Gideon's behavior and had been stashing some of the Lord's tools and relics. I'm not sure if this will help or hinder us. Alfred Blaine, I think his name is. I've seen him now and again at the docks in Aldworth at Dire Witch Market. He seemed like a decent fella, bit of a dreamer, and a bit too fond of smoking, but a good sort. Heard he adopted some of the orphans with his missus. I hope he and his daughter are safe somewhere. We should pay attention to their journals if we find more. It's remarkable how overlooked the domestics can be. No doubt the Acheron servants had accepted all manner of occult deliveries and had access to the private chambers of the family. Oh shit. Oh shit, we got a chemical worksheet and a new thing to figure out. This looks like it's supposed to be there. Now we're in the cellar. What is this? Secrets, huh? An old rock stairwell twists downwards into a honeycomb of vaults and caves beneath the house. Rotting crates and rusting stashes line the damp tunnels. I didn't read this one, did I? The air is heavy with chalk dust and old paper. A strange mechanical chair dominates the room. Its padded arms sprout metal limbs that hold lenses, screens, and other less identifiable apparatuses. Okay. She needs to sleep. Hawk needs to sleep. Caliger needs to sleep. Batali needs to eat sometime. Oh, he has something up there. Batali needs to eat. Atticus's note 1. Do not normally do writing, but something is off. The Highrook's place is a rack full of junk. Oh, this is Atticus. Hold on, his country accent. Do not normally do writing, but something is off. The Highrook place is a wreck, full of junk and books. Broken things, don't like it, smells wrong, feels wrong. The scholar's a brainworm and Astra is boring. Puppet-loving mechanics. Astra is boring! The doc is the only normal one. Wish she'd take off that mask. I bet she's cute, and if she's not, okay. She fixed me up last spring for the kill fever. She cared not about the hot bodies, waited all in and treated us. And some fancy skirts, too. Elegant, you might say, even in all that filth. Anyways, Joskell asked me to get his silver snuff box back from the cellars here. Apparently he dropped it here last summer when helping with a delivery. If I leave it by the gate in the courtyard, one of his boys will pick it up. Oh, that's why he's here. He's not here to help with the investigation. We also got a delivery. Another delivery in the middle of all this chaos? Seems like the rumors haven't put off the errand boys yet. Another delivery. Sinvile Gazette 2. Black Sands residents dream same dream, and what is being described as about a mass hysteria by sleep clinicians. Many Black Sands residents have reported having the same dream on Tuesday night. Uh-oh. The occurrence, which has been dismissed by the mayor, who claims to have had a very different dream than that night, saw people reporting nighttime visions of a long hall in which a nasty sort of shadow produced feelings of dread and sickly loathing. The High Council has appealed for calm and suggested women and children drink a milk cup of egg brandy before sleep to treat any unsettling nighttime visions. What the fuck? Did we cause that? The crack in the world? Okay, do you need... Aster's sleeping. Aster's good. Hawk needs to sleep. Okay. So what does this do? It may create something. Okay, do that. Hawk needs to sleep and Gallagher needs to sleep. We have machine oil. We need to do the delivery. Who has secrets? He does. We'll send him down there. Gallagher, go sleep. I'm loving this game, guys. I love the lore of it all. There's so much stuff we just found. Okay, Gallagher. What's highlighted? This stuff? Gift of the Moth. Soft wings swim in the dust of the archives. Flickering shadows fall across the shelves as moth dance around the lanterns. A fluttering typography that hints at half-remembered stories. A vision that lingers, offering a source of inspiration. So this helps. What else is lit up? This? The cellars are dank and dripping. The lady Sophia is here, kneeling in a narrow alcove, hemmed in by moldering crates and crumbling brickwork. She's placing a sheaf of crumpled paperwork into a mechanist document case. She places the box into a decaying shelf and seals it, her fingers scrolling the glinting barrels of its delicate lock. She slides the box into the shadows, glances around nervously, and heads back towards the light. We can perform a task. Okay. So now we can move stuff. What else is highlighted? Reinforced crate. A steel-bound wooden container, light enough to move but heavy enough to cumbersome. It is an upgraded version of the common shipping crates found across black sands, toughened with crude metal bands and polished rivets. And a Joskel snuff box, a battered decorative cylinder, its stiff hinged lid covering a recess for snuff. The interior is empty but for a few traces of powdered weed and an inscription beneath the lid that reads, "For my darling Jay, my snuffkin." Not the snuffkin. This must be the container that Joskel was so keen to get back. If it is left by the gates in the courtyard, perhaps one of his lackeys will collect it. This card can only be used by Atticus. Okay, now I can move things around. I guess it was just cellars, machine room. Oh, that thing's there. And then the gift of the moth can be used there. We still need more scholarly stuff going on. Is anyone hungry? Batali needs to sleep, actually. No one's hungry yet. Vision of a lockbox. Let's have Atticus do this. Let's have her open this. Alright. Okay, insight. We can upgrade someone, which I'm gonna do, our boy here. Alright, we have Sophia's note 5. Simon is gone. Gideon refuses to tell me where he is. Only that he is safe and protected from whatever illness was plaguing him. I think he has sent my son to the Seekers, to one of their secret hideouts. I am so angry that I am shaking as I write. Gideon is deluded, as if dangerous arcane rituals can help, where medicine cannot. He needs familiar faces and proper treatment, not strangers experimenting with his health. She did not know where he sent him, but maybe that's for the best for now. And I cannot continue my work until I have found where Gideon has sent my son. I will store my materials in the cellar until I have located him. Once he is back, I will make plans for the two of us to leave, even if temporarily. We cannot stay here safely any longer. Woo-wee! We got a new thing. Chemical sheet. Okay, we have Atticus's report 1. Someone who haunted this house was a magpie. Always bits and pieces hidden away here and there. Finding weird stuff makes my task harder. Got Joskel's gear from the undercovers, though. He told me I might as well look for the bird holt knives while I'm here. He said Acheron had them. Well, Atticus Hawk is going to have them now. This is the start of an optional quest for Atticus. You do not need to complete this quest to finish the game, but what if I want to? So we need to find the Birdholt knives. Dear A, thanks for getting the box back to me. You always were a bit of a bloodhound. My grapevine also tells me that Highrook is in the right state. Might be a good opportunity to liberate a few things, eh? I mention this because a contract of mine has always yearned after a full set of Birdholt knives, and that Highrook by all accounts held one. He'd be willing to pay a princely sum to acquire it. He reckons that the Lord held a Quillian Rondel, Ponard, and a Jambia, the full Birdholt quartet. Apparently the Lord didn't recognize their value and basically threw them away when he bought the place. You need to find them, of course, and fix them up if there aren't up to scratch. But a small fortune would be waiting for you if you managed to get them all. Come on, A. You'd be daft not to do it. Start in the cellars. One of my crew swears they saw some fancy foreign dagger there when delivering for the Acherons last spring. In the cellars! We're going back into the cellars. Side quest? Let's do it. Why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we? Oh yeah, I need to do this, but when this disappears. We have a delivery box we still need to open. Can you do it, my love? He's doing that. You do that. He's doing that. No, I haven't met the requirements. I need 4. Brother, you need to sleep. Go to bed. Why are you hissing? Letter from P. Dear Sophia, I finally found the schematic for that thermostatic valve you were asking about. It was stuck behind Henry's desk. Heaven knows how the man is so untidy. I was troubled to hear that Gideon's behaving strangely. After you told me of his manner, I spoke to the staff at Wilkins, and they told me he hadn't been in for weeks. And when he was last present, he was locked in a muffled argument with some folk from Sinvile and Deepspire. When they left, rumors sprung up that they were part of the Communion. But the folk at Wilkins loved to gossip, so I don't know how much truth there was in it. Anyway, take care, my dear, and I hope to see you at the Candlemas lectures. And we got another thing. Okay, he's leveled up now. Awesome. Vitali, he's a little mad, but it's okay. I need you doing something, brother. I need someone to be doing something. At all times. Gift of the monkey. Go digging. Go digging, sir! Tracker's guide. Oil bud, sure. Oh, fuck. Aster is sleepy. Oh no, we need someone who... Jesus. That was scary. I guess they don't want me to use the library codex anymore. Ah, shit. Okay, we got some stuff here. Mr. Mouse! One day, Mr. Mouse was watching from his window and he saw a little jolly boat being paddled along the river. sat in the boat where the 4 visitors that he had been expecting. With a squeak, Mr. Mouse climbed down from the window. He knew that the visitors must never see him or all would be lost. He was, after all, just a little mouse. Pulling on his little mouse jacket, Mr. Mouse scurried to his cozy mouse hole in the wall. He would have to prepare for their arrivals. They were here to meddle with the great king's dreams. Perhaps they would even put some of them in jars and take them away, and Mr. Mouse couldn't have that. Fuck. Mechanicist's notebook, a small pocketbook composed of grit. Yeah, okay, we need to do this up here. He ain't finding nothing there. She's not letting me do nothing there. Alti, we'll take it. Gallagher, go sleep, I guess. We got more stuff. Oops. Who needs to eat? No one. Well. Whoa. Gideon's note 8. The circles are drawing in. I'm not sure if I'm outside or inside. I hear the sea of stars lapping on the shores of Nibiru. In my dreams, I feel the oily roots of the first circle grasping at my flesh, and I awake part of me is still there within those obsidian spires. I will not let my mind be drowned by these outer beings. I am a seeker. I opened the gate. I made the key shelter my son. I will find a path to extinction. I know I can find the strength to succeed. Another of the entities had crossed over yesterday, a gross maggot of disturbing proportions. I destroyed it before anyone else saw. Ugh. And was rewarded with such a sense of triumph. I will protect my family. Sophia will understand soon, but for now I must hide the truth from her. She has been spying on me. I know it. At least we can rid ourselves of these invading fiends. They are not all untouchable phantoms. Atticus cracks his knuckles. It appears so, Atticus, though take care when facing them, they will exhibit unnatural powers. Gallagher claps her gloved hands together. We must examine each new entity carefully in order to counter their intrusions. Okay. We have a garden guide. Collection of horror cultural tips and highlights. Amongst the leaves are extracts such as how to pluck a mandrake, what to do when your beans are wrinkled, and where do the wild things grow. I don't even have the garden yet. Okay. Okay. Is there even a garden? Where does this go? Roots. At the well house, maybe? Oh, I just made her do something else. She needs to sleep. And who needs to upgrade? We need Gallagher upgraded and then Atticus upgraded. And also we need more stuff. I guess let's do that. Visions of a lockbox, right? Let's get that going. I guess keep doing what you're doing. The pain. Oh, we should cure you. Why was she getting injured? Oh, probably from taking on those things. Okay, first of all, the puzzle box. A battered lockbox made of some dull metal is protected with a complex mechanist combination lock, a steel matrix of rotating tumblers and cryptic markings. And then a vision of a generator. Sophia Ackerman enters the kitchen looking damp and dejected. She dumps a collection of wet instruments and paperwork on the large oak table and begins to dismantle the casing of an unusual crank-driven device. The item has clearly been caught in the rainstorm that can still be heard pattering outside. Sophia drives what element she can reach without troubling the delicate wiring, places the object, along with some equally sodded notes, into a warm alcove behind the stove. She holds her own hands over the fire for a moment and then strides from the room, leaving ghostly footprints behind her in the kitchen. And he's got some shit. That. Short pamphlet. Cool. Can you do that? Look at you! So what does this do again? The vision was true! Oh. He interrupted my puzzle box! The jerk? Let's get Atticus leveled up, I suppose. Who needs to eat? Hawk and Aster. I guess. Due to fatigue? Bitch, go to sleep then. Visions of a silver pen. The schoolroom is a Spartan space, its bare boards modded with ink stains and chalk dust. Sophia Acheron is attending to the bulky mechanical chair that squats in the center of the room. She removes a slim metal pen from her pocket and uses it to reset a button in an awkward recess. The chair begins to hum and whir, its insectile limbs moving to some predetermined formation. Happy with this result, she places the pen on the leather seat and stands up to reset the chair. The pen rolls into the shadows, falling into a gap in the upholstery. Lady Acheron does not notice, and after a short pause, she gathers the rest of her tools and leaves the room. So we can use that in the schoolroom. Cool. Okay, he's leveled up now. Still need 2 more for that. Maybe we can use this to find more stuff, though. Put that over there. Inspiring text. I was trying to work on this puzzle box, y'all rudely interrupted. Vitali needs to sleep, though. Aw, fuck. I fucked it up. I fucked it up. I fucked it up. Oh well. Sophia's note 2. It's been some time since the weather has permitted me to continue my experiments outside. The smog laden rain chokes up my devices with an oily film. Today, however, a break in the clouds has given me the opportunity to accomplish at least a little work. I left Simon with Amy. He is still ill, but my husband says not to worry. A cold is doing the rounds. I am still waiting for a delivery of schematics from the town, but I will test my prototype today until either the sunlight or my power supply fail. I need more data to improve my design. Typical. A rainstorm began at noon. I had to retreat. The generator I brought from Dire Witch might be ruined. I'm going to try and dry it out, but I expect that will not help. I hate this blasted climate. Javid's Crank. A small hand crank generator designed to offer power for mechanics devices. Its portable and reusable nature makes it a favorite supported tool for the traveling engineer. Azar Javid was a nomadic automation designer. His lifestyle made it difficult to practice his trade, and his caravan was notorious for its mechanical appearance, spouting antennae and coughing out fumes. Like How's Moving Castle. More a workshop than a home, Azar shared his wagon with an endless parade of half-built mechanical dolls. He designed his generator based on a ritualistic energies drawn from a strange, repetitive winding action. His design was eschewed by some as physically unwise, but its portability soon made it a popular addition to Mechanics' tools kit. So this is a infinite use thing for this area. Good. Good, good, good. Who else needs to eat? Hawk? Hawk, you need to eat. Exotic spices. Small pouch of ground herbs and spices imported from the bustling food markets of Akar. At least that's what the note attached says. Add a pinch to add some punch. Oh, there's a highlighted. Sorry. Sophia's note 6. A horrible truth has been unveiled. Simon, my dear son, is not with the Seekers, or anywhere in Black Sands. He has been sent somewhere else. I heard Gideon talking in the chapel last night. He was conversing with someone, with something. A voice as cold as the night sky, a guttural alien tongue. The visitor claimed that Simon was in the arms of Nibiru, that foul place my husband is so obsessed with. They continued, describing the door to this place as both below and beyond the house. I stood there outside the room, incensed with rage. There's no use confronting my husband about this anymore. I fear for what he might do. I need to access this Nibiru myself and rescue my son. Oh shit. So Sophia discovered what we already know. I cannot imagine her distress. I know she had already lost faith in Gideon's intentions, but this discovery may have left her feeling entirely alone. A tragic revelation indeed. I hope that her reaction didn't lead her into rash or dangerous actions. She clearly intended to take matters into her own hands. That she did, probably. Okay, what can we do? Vitaly needs to sleep. Hawk needs to eat. We have Josco's letter 1. Right. No, shipping crate. We have a shipping crate that we can use in the machine room. And exotic spices. Brain cap. The brain cap is empty of further revelations. Its circuits fizzle and whine as the wiring that holds it together slowly melts. Oh, hopefully we have teased all the visions we can from the strange machine. Oops. I need you to open this box. Maybe we move some of this stuff. Okay, who needs to eat? I mean, no one really. Oh, come on, are you kidding me? Is anyone injured? Yes. Another crate. Ember fungus! Pale, slender toadstools emerge from the cracked paving of the lower cellars. Their deep orange caps seem to smolder like a sunset. Despite the poisonous appearance, there is a sense of transformative power locked in this fungal groove. Okay. Gift of the mole. It is dark, but you are not blind. Cold clods of earth tumble through your fingers. You cannot see, but you can feel, smell, anticipate the myriad forms of life huddled in the soil of mycelium diagrams unfolds like a map before you. A vision that lingers, offering a source of inspiration that we cannot use yet. Open that. Oh, Sophia's note 3. The direction of Gideon's new work unsettles me. He is obsessed with a mythical place called Nibiru. He seems convinced it truly exists, populated with wondrous treasure and powerful entities. I pray that this new obsession has not involved Simon, especially considering his recent illness. He idolizes his father and is always eager to help. Of course, I blame the Seekers for Gideon's transformation. I am sure they are exploiting him for their own gain. He even suggested that I should halt my development of the field phone and instead aid him in the Communion. Perhaps I am being paranoid, but I'm going to make my work more secure. The last thing I want is for my research to end up in the hands of some cultists. A familiar tale, I'm afraid. The aspirations of the wife being subject to the ambitions of the husband. Aster shakes her head in frustration. Sophia was a skilled inventor in her own right. Perhaps if her research had been pursued instead of her husband's, this whole debacle might have been avoided. Regardless of their martial? Is that how you say that? Marital? Squabbles, we should investigate the device Sophia was designing. If I can visualize hidden signals, then it might be of great use to us. And by pursuing her design, we will likely find more traces of the lady herself. I truly hope so, Vitaly. I am convinced that she would not have been a willing participant in her husband's occult practices. Ooh. Ooh. What is that? Brain cap is gonna blow up. Now let me open this shipping crate. We have another one. Don't mess with that ember fungus, I guess. I don't know. Enough! My children are not to be crushed so casually. They are but grubs who stumbled into your world. The window is closed. The seal is returned, though it will not help you. Flail against the circles. You will break yourself on our walls. Return to the quiet veil of ignorance while you still can. Whoa! Oh no! Seal of Nibiru? A seal of Nibiru, a runic mark etched into a smooth pebble of basalt. This dark medallion is a symbol of power, a token of acknowledgement from beyond. Is that it? Have the horrors stopped? Atticus holds up his hands in a questioning gesture. If that's all these demons have to offer, then their bark is worse than their bite. Yes, we have sealed the fissure that was formed during the ritual. Vitali handles the seal with reverence, and it appears that even Nibiru must acknowledge our progress. Now the incursions have ceased, perhaps we can return to locating the Lady Sophia. It seems she was designing some sort of communication device. With luck, Sophia might have her prototype with her. If we construct our own version, we might be able to make contact. Seal of Nibiru. Unique single use. Oh, there's something else. This is an emberite, a miraculous find. It can dissolve grime from cogwork, bolster the strength of metals, and improve conductivity in electromagnetic devices. In Venatus, our reserves of this are kept under lock and key. If we have any tools we can upgrade, we should take them to the forge and use emberite materials to improve them. Okay, well, we don't have the forge. Who is insane right now? Vitali is insane. Oh, Palatino's pin. This is no ordinary quill. Its nib and body are encased in a series of metallic clasps and plates. Not only do these enhancements ensure that the ink does not clog, they also provide delicate slide rules and calculation references for the researcher. Palatino Garamond was a fanatical code breaker whose skills brought her to fame. During the short-lived Panotikian War, she often attributed her success to this pen, a unique item that she claimed to have discovered in the house clearance of a deceased pagan scribe. So this is used in the study indefinitely. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Ration box. A collection of dry biscuits, preserved fruit, and tea bags. None of it is appetizing, but none of it is rotten either. We can eat this together in the dining room to reduce our hunger. Together? Single use. I need to move this, I guess, away. These are important items. Oh, and soporific snuff. The sleeping aid is popular in Ashburg, where the factories churn night and day. Made from desiccated valroot, pouches of this glittering lilac dust are sought by insomniacs and addicts alike. Addicts? Not you. It's a help item. Tali's a little mad. Maybe we should get him drunk. Go drink some stuff. We need to do this here. Vision of a theft. Who has good, incantations? Sure, do it, girl. Another shipping crate we should open. No one's sleepy yet. We need to get Caligar to eat, though. We brought down Vitali's madness. Wait, where's Caligar? She's here. Convenience note 7. I think Sophia's been hiding her work from me. She used to share her discoveries, but I know she harbors a mistrust of the Communion. And ever since my collaboration with them, she has become withdrawn. Admittedly, I've been preoccupied myself. My work is now beyond the realms of mundane science, but I know she will not discuss the new paths that have been talking. She considers them unsafe. Yesterday, I found a fragment of some mechanic's blueprint in the schoolroom, a part of her field phone design. But now is not the time to introduce any anomalies to the local spectra. It would disturb my work. I will steal the fragments away and perhaps discuss it with her when my work with the Seekers is done. What the hell? We need 2 more things to open the next thing. She needs to sleep. She needs to eat. Good luck. Another shipping crate. Dusk. Delivery note. Dear Mrs. Acheron, please find and close the schematic you requested, drawn up by the Flitwick's Wiring and Supplies Dire Witch. We hope the illustration is to your satisfaction and look forward to doing business with you again. KH Provisioning. Oh shit. This is the phone device, isn't it? Gallagher is tired. I need this last thing up here. Inspiring text. Mechanic's notebook. Damn, she has none. Wait, can you do that? I need to upgrade her. Gift of the Eagle. The ground stretches out below me, scarred bluffs rising out of the sea mist. A golden path is outlined ahead, and as the wind folds around me, a lingering vision, a source of inspiration. That's not what I meant to move. Hawk is a little tired, but I'll just put him over there. Moonshine! Where can I put her? Nowhere. She's a little crazy. Let's just give her that then. Inspiring text. He can do that. Then brain. Aster's note. I was hoping to find more evidence of Sophia's fate. It has been years since we last spoke, but I cannot forget her soft voice and sharp mind. Sophia is a natural scientist, hamstrung by a social code that smothers her skill and ambition. I loathed her husband. He was egotistical and pompous, but also distracted, which boded well for our friendship. They were lovers. Oh my god, they were lovers. Our tries began as innocent conversations, buoyed by an enthusiasm that I first thought was platonic and later realized was more. Perhaps we could still find her. I truly hope so. I must work to ensure that people to know the talent that woman had, and what she might have become if given the freedom to pursue her dreams. Just in case the worst does happen. Oh. Okay. Okay, girlie. That's the last piece, but I'm not gonna put that in yet. Get to the moth. I'm not gonna do that yet because I want to see about this other stuff. She's not leveled up yet either. I want to level her up. Hawk is tired. Aster's tired, Vitaly is tired. We should focus our things elsewhere. What even is that symbol? Oh wait, this! I bet I had what I needed all along. I had what I needed all along. More moonshine. Oh wait, these are roots. fine. Alright, finally our doctor is up to par with everyone. Inspiring text. She's hungry. Who's injured? We need to heal Aster. Oh fuck, I can't heal her now. Okay, they really just want me to do this last symbol, I think. There's like nothing else I can do. I mean, even going here only gives me what, like moonshine? Tali, go sleep. Shipping crate and ember stuff. But I guarantee the shipping crate will only have like moonshine or something. This is a single use for everyone though. We gotta focus our stuff elsewhere. Will that restore everyone's hunger? It did! Okay, I think we need to place this last thing because there's nothing else for us to find so far. Let's do it. So we make the phone. We got the schematic blueprint. Dark lines increase the spread across the crease sheet like cracks in paving. Pause this game. Smudge comments and annotations indicate a communication device of some kind. The few legible sections of text are written in Lady Sophia's spidery cursive. Oh, we know what to do here. I don't have enough. Did I not? I don't have the requirements. Caliber's notes! Oh, I didn't see that first. There is a mood in this place that is as infectious as any disease. It settles upon the mind and you find yourself losing minutes, hours, even days to introspection. Perhaps it is because we are all so distracted. We are seldom in the same place, each of us researching our own avenue of the awfulness of this place. I can imagine how Hulk-like Atticus is processing what is happening here. Aster and Vitaly both have sharp minds and a rational education, but Atticus is only the education of a simple, difficult life. Yet there is tenderness, a habit of care. He brings us what he has trapped or forged out on the cliffs in a way that indicates duty, but also suggested hidden compassion and humanity. I'm liking the shipping of them. Like, hello? Oh, wait, I have the stuff I need. Duh. Do it. I can't do this. I only have 2. No help. Field phone! A baffling nest of prisms and wires crammed into a small wooden case. The field phone is a communication device designed by Lady Sophia Acheron. It provides a means of audio-visual connection over distance. Audio-visual. Unfortunately, such a remarkable feat is a short-lived and power-hungry process. We will require a small chemical reaction to activate the device. Alright, Dr. Gallagher. Do it. Gallagher needs to sleep so bad. Ah! detector begins to hum and a projection flickers into life. A ghostly image of Lady Sophia appears before you. Wait, what? Who are you? You managed to duplicate my device? This is a miracle. Can you hear me? See me? You must be close. The field does not reach far. Where are you? In the house? She seems anxious and drained, kneeling at the edge of a dark subterranean cliff. A makeshift camp is visible behind her. We must hurry. The connection will not last long. It's me, Sophia. Jane Astor. I'm sorry we had to meet again under these awful circumstances. The image begins to shimmer as the power runs low. I am here to find you with a team sent by the council. Where are you? Are you safe? Ah, Jane, it is good to hear your voice. It has been too long, but where am I? I cannot truly say. I followed Gideon through a secret door in the cellars, a hidden entrance that led to an even deeper labyrinth, and now I am trapped in a maze of strange tunnels and eerie chambers. I have water and food, but the projection splutters like a guttering candle. I am mapping out the surrounds. Perhaps the seekers have a secret hideout or shrine down here. If I can find it, then I might find a path to my son. I left the last of my notes in the forge. The code is... You manage to note down the sequence as the images dissolves. Oh god, Caligar's feeling it. Oh my god, we made it to chapter 3! The crossing is treacherous, but the dark can become darker still. Notes of Sophia Acheron. I think we'll see the opening to this, but I think we'll bring this episode to a close. Actually, we don't even have to see the opening of this. We can just stop right here. I am loving this game. We're 2 chapters in. I don't know how many chapters there are, but I cannot wait to delve deeper into the story of the horror at Highrook. Thank you guys so much for joining me today, and I will see you in the next one.